Hi there, everyone. It is I, Ian Castro.
And my name is Grant Smith, as you can tell from the nameplate here that I bought myself. Important business people have to buy their own nameplates or else they wouldn't be known in the world. That's all coming out in my book, coming out in October 2nd. It's called Grant Smith and the Quest for Power.
And I will also be writing a book called I'm Ian Castro, and I'm moving to Gainesville.
Nice. Yeah. It's I heard it's gonna be a bestseller, so pretty excited. Uh, well, how you doing, Grant? What are we doing today?
We're doing a little bit of a half episode for our audience. As you could tell, Ian's in my place. I'm in the living room of my place. So we switch backgrounds for the people who watch the YouTube versions of these.
Yes. Yeah, I usually do it in the comfort of my house. But I came over to Grant's. We made some meatball submarine sandwiches. Uh, Apparently it's weird that I call them submarine sandwiches. And yeah, we decided to do a little half episode. It's going to be 7.5, I believe. And we have a special topic today about what we took away from Orlando. As Grant alluded to already, I will be moving to Gainesville next week. As I start some new endeavors there. And then Grant, you're kind of on the outskirts of Orlando a little bit, right?
Yep. Now I'm over in the Winter Springs area. Still technically part of Orlando, but I'm not closer to some of the funner stuff in Orlando. We'll say that.
Oh, you can't dispute the Cougars out at the Publix that we saw, Grant. What about the older fellas and ladies? You got your dentist here, I believe, and your barber, right?
I got the hookup. I got the hookup.
Oh yeah, man.
You also got the pinch a penny that I used to work at too. So it's
Yeah, the old stomping grounds of Pinch a Penny for you. So yeah, you're hooked up here. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we ever talked about it on another episode. Did we ever allude to your move at all?
I think we did talk about it because
We
then
did
I
talk
had
about
the
it.
whole new I had the background that you're in and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. But yeah, a couple months ago, weeks, I don't even remember. Grant moved out of downtown, so he's out of the area. I've been living near Waterford Lakes, near the University of Central Florida for the past 4 years now. So yeah, we thought we'd send off Orlando in the only way that we know how, through a podcast.
Podcast.
So yeah, we'll start with the things that we like, the things that we love, things that we
We swipe
wish
left on
were what?
the things that we swipe left on too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So let's start with some positives and then we'll end it on a negative note. No. But Grant, what's one thing that you would swipe right on for Orlando? There's a lot.
I'd swipe right on the arcades because like arcade monsters, that's a pretty damn good one. One of the biggest ones that we got here. I'm swiping right to that one. It's just a ton of fun for the price that you get for it and to play all the games there. When it gets crowded, yes, it's sometimes a little bit annoying because everybody wants to do the punching machine or everybody wants to play a certain game. But Arcade Monsters is a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been the one time, I believe, for your birthday, like 2 years ago. I had a great time. On top of that, you're going to have Dave and Buster's, if you're into that chain. Uh, Plenty of like to expand from arcades. You got plenty of spots to where there are recreational activities, axe throwing. You have pool at about every single bar. Uh, a lot to do outside of like clubs and dancing, which that's not even my vibe anyway, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, that's definitely a plus of Orlando. And we'll segue right into the bars and the clubs too. I mean, regardless of, if I personally enjoy them as much as the next guy, but yeah, I mean they're right there. I mean, you have so many of them too. And Grant, you were the expert when you lived downtown for everything for everything there.
I had downtown on the like map of the back of my hand, dude. I could like navigate everybody even while I'm plastered. Like I end up becoming the tour guide because I live so close there. Right up on Vine Street, you had all the big ones. You had Shots, you had Addict, you had Basement. I mean, everything. I like a lot of the bars downtown. There's a lot of hidden gems there. Hanson Shoe Repair is like my favorite speakeasy. So highly recommend that for downtown. What's it? So I know that you weren't a big fan of the bars or the bar scene down there entirely. Is there any particular ones we're swiping left or right on?
It's not even about the bars themselves. I think the majority of the time that I went out, I was the DD, so I didn't really get to drink as much. Or if I was the DD still, I would have to be the one to find parking or something like that. So I guess those little things hindered my experience just a little bit. And then I'm just not a big like I love concerts, and we're gonna talk about concerts later. So it's not even about the crowd thing. I think it's just about the atmosphere of, oh, if I'm with a group of people, or even if I'm with just you and I, like I feel like I always have to be like, all right, where's Grant? Or I'm just always I don't know. I can't even describe it. Maybe I'm just
The
an anxious
mom of the
person.
group.
Yeah. I've just always felt like the mom or the dad of the group. So, I maybe Gainesville will be a different scenario when it's a small town, so I can just I don't know, walk home.
Everybody's gonna have to be their own DD in Gainesville. Ian's putting his foot down. He's saying no. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
man, for real. Yeah, it ain't gonna be like that anymore. But no, overall I will swipe right on the bars just because I every single time I did go out for like half the night I had fun. It was mainly near the end where I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Like every single time we went to Aloha Beautiful, I can take about 20-25 minutes of that place and I'll be done.
It's not like unless you go like earlier in the day where you're actually the ones like going up to do karaoke or where it's like on like a less busy night, like then it's fun. But if you're just the music gets too loud or you can only hear like Mr. Brightside so many times before you want to leave. Is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
exactly. You are completely right. And speaking of music, let's talk about, well, I can segue this two different ways. Let's talk about UCF first, because then I have a great segue into music. So yes, we are University of Central Florida graduates. As you can see, remember my name is Grant Smith. There is my knight sword over there, and then I also have oh, you can't see it. I have a body pillow of Nitro. It's in the closet over there. Yeah. Uh,
Can't go. Yeah, I do too. Ian Castro, also have a body pillow of Nitro in my
There,
room.
yeah, I think we used to share the same one, and then it
We
kind of
got
got a
one.
little messy with the weekends and all that, so we just bought our own. So yeah, but no, UCF. I never thought I would go there. To be completely honest with you, growing up, I always had the aspiration to go out of state, but UCF was perfect. It felt like I still was away from home, and then it also made me realize like I see my family too much to be out of state. And I was only an hour away from like my mom and stuff. So yeah, I loved it. It was an amazing school. The program was amazing that I did. Grants, we we met. No, I was playing. We knew each other before. But no, we did improv together, Grants. We did so many different stuff around campus. Line bikes and spin scooters. So yeah.
We almost got into the water to rescue a line bike that was stuck in a lake.
You were just such a good guy, Grant.
I wanted to get that line bike out of there.
I know you did. It's probably still there.
Probably.
Hmm.
There's probably still a couple line bikes in like the porta potties. I remember that people would like stuff line bikes in the elevators, in the porta potties. You would go no matter where you went. There would sometimes be line bikes on the roof of buildings.
Yeah, that was a weird trend that lasted a semester before UCF is like, yeah, we're gonna cut our losses. Oh, Grant, I went to UCF the other day, and did you know that they locked the spin scooters at 11 p.m.?
No, I knew they did that for some like usually game days and things like that, they'll lock them like all together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able
Uh,
to use it at all during tailgate.
Damn, that sucks. But yeah, we went. I went with Rahan and a couple of her friends, and yeah, they were locked at 11 p.m. on like a Friday night. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Maybe they'll change that when the semester starts because it was before the semester. But I mean, yeah, UCF. They gave us so much opportunities. We met so many great people.
And so many
We're gonna
not great people.
and so
Let's
yeah,
let's call them out.
Emily, Rodolfo,
That Brett guy.
the
Um,
Brett guy. Yeah, for real. Hopefully they're all listening. uh no, that all of those were amazing people. We're gonna keep in touch for sure. And uh segue, like I said, remember the UCF market on every like Wednesday morning? I don't think they do that anymore, do they? Or maybe.
I think they sometimes do it. If they do it, I don't think they're doing the best job promoting it the way that they used to.
Yeah, honestly. And I don't like I haven't seen any I think I still follow the account, so I haven't seen any posts for it, but they used to have the Beecham come out and give
Yeah.
away concert tickets.
We got to see Young Gravy.
We got to see Young Gravy. Grant and I saw Car Seat Headrest. Rahan and I saw Omar Apollo. All free tickets that were UCF was just giving out to go to that marketplace. So that was a great experience, and that's my segue into all the concert venues that are downtown and like around Orlando.
And the stand-up venues too, as well. You got to see a lot of comedians as well that came out. We saw Pete Davidson when he came to
Yeah, oh yeah.
as
Going back
well.
to UCF, we saw Pete Davidson because of UCF. We saw Mikey Day and Alex Moffat, Joe McHale. Trying to think. We saw John Mulaney,
Chris Red.
Chris Red. Oh my gosh, Grant, you unlocked that. Man, yeah, I got to go on stage with Chris Red when he performed at UCF, so that was great. And then yeah, outside of like stand up in the UCF area, you got Amway,
Yeah.
you got the Beecham, the Social, the Plaza Live. Trying to think, so many, so many different areas to explore and go to a concert. Who did you see at didn't you see a concert at the Social or the Beecham besides Young Gravy?
There was Young Gravy. There was Garcia Had Rest.
Yeah,
I remember the Killers. They also performed there, but I didn't make it to that event.
not the Killers.
Oh
It
no,
was
All American Rejects.
All American Rejects. Yes, yeah, I saw All American Rejects there. I swear that you went. Or I think you were thinking about going. Never mind.
Maybe that was the Rich Homie Quan one. I think they had like a free thing for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it
didn't
was. You
go.
didn't go to that?
I don't think so. No, I think I might have
Oh
missed
man.
that one.
Wait, I totally remember now. It wasn't that. It was House of Blues.
Yeah, yep. I went and saw like an EDM group there. It was Black Tiger Sex Machine.
Bruh, yeah, like there's there's so many different artists like coming through Orlando because that's a spot. It's like Miami, Tampa, Orlando, for these artists. So we got to see them as they rolled through. So some great names. Still, if you guys don't know, Pete Davidson, infamous performance at UCF. It was headline news, man. Like that's that was fun.
I caused it all. I was the
Yeah,
one
no,
recording.
yeah. He Grant dressed up as Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
started singing Breathing
And
and
Rings.
huh?
And Rings. Seven Rings. Is that the song?
Seven Rings. That is a song. You are
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. Yeah, he just kept singing that and Pete Davidson like, shut the fuck up. No. That was a good time. I think he did say shut the fuck up though, right?
Yeah, he was
At
pissed
one
at
point.
us.
Yeah.
I think he called us idiots or something like that.
A privileged little assholes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, that was a great time. Swiping right still.
Over at UCF. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And Pete Davidson. I still like him. Um, wow, man, I completely forgot about Chris Red and Pete Davidson because I saw that movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies the other day, and it didn't even click in my head. I'm like, oh, I saw that guy. So yeah, good movie. Swipe right as well. Grant, would you swipe right on Bullet Train?
Yes, I would. It is just a lot of like random violence. I will agree to that, but some of the characters are funny as hell. You got a whole character like who's like obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine or Thomas the Train Engine. It was just stupidly funny at times, and a lot of like other characters who they didn't really like even let you know that were also in the movie. Ryan Reynolds makes an appearance, Channing Tatum,
Oh shit.
a bunch of random people as well too. Domino from Deadpool too, if you remember her.
Oh yeah, her name is Zazie Beats. That's
That's
her
it.
act. Yeah, that's her
Bad
actual name.
Bunny's also in it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's in this movie, so I'm like, okay, it's pretty good.
Nice.
I'll swipe right to it.
Hell yeah. We were talking about movies beforehand, so that's why I brought that up. Are we forgetting anything that we're swiping right on for Orlando?
I would also say like well, I feel like earlier in time periods like Disney and Universal, easy swipes right
Oh,
on. I'll still swipe right on Universal to this day, but Disney, man, I've seen too many memes about the wait times getting way too long. Everybody's going to Disney too much, bro.
man, I can talk about it now. I used to work at Universal. Today was technically my last day, but I'm here. So yeah, so many people would call in. I worked at the call center, if I never mentioned that. And they would call in saying how bad the system was at Disney. Like not only the wait times are getting higher, which of course Universal is the same way, but also you have to make a reservation to go to Disney. So not only,
Dumb,
yeah, buy a ticket and then you have to make a reservation. I think that's so stupid.
bro. It's like imagine prepaying. Well, I guess some people went. Trying to think of a good analogy for it.
Imagine that you're able to make a bank account, but you're not allowed to put money in it.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, yeah, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, but I'll still swipe right. Yeah, we got all the theme parks: SeaWorld, Universal, Disney, Grant's Adventureland. You ever been? No, I'm
Oh,
in it right now. No, Grant's Adventureland. You got a sword, a body pillow. I think I saw a skeleton in the closet. So yeah, it's it's a great time.
but
Yeah.
probably got anything else with like Universal. I mean, Legoland's not even in here, so like,
No, Lego.
oh, we
If
got
we're
SeaWorld as well too in Orlando. SeaWorld.
we, I said that one.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Legoland. It's Orlando-ish. Like Winter Haven is like the in between from like Tampa and Orlando. So yeah,
Yeah. Swipe
yeah.
left to it. But
Oh. We're only swiping right to we'll keep Legoland off it then. Wait, you're gonna swipe left even with Peppa Pig Land?
oh yeah, they have that there too now at
Yeah.
Legoland. Peppa Pig
Yeah,
World.
man.
Boy.
But I think trying to think. I'm doing one last hurrah
Yeah.
with I mean I'm of course I'm gonna be back. I'm only 2 hours away in Gainesville. But I'm gonna see the Lumineers on Tuesday at the Amway Center. So that'll be a one last hurrah there. Oh, Grant, I'm surprised we didn't talk about this.
Sporting events?
The Orlando
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, we got
Man,
Orlando City Soccer, Orlando Magic as well.
that's your shit, man.
I love those games, bro. Like the
Yeah.
Orlando City Soccer games are so much fun, especially in the supporter section. Like you are just chanting with everybody else. Like you're singing all the songs. It's also the most rowdy section, but that's what makes it the most fun because you're part of the culture of Orlando City. So soccer games are 10 out of 10 over there.
Hell yeah, it is, man. That's awesome. Um, in terms of swiping left, what do we put on the list again?
I think tourism or tourists. Well, we
Oh
talked about
yes,
that a little bit with Disney, where it's like we are getting way too many tourists over here.
tourists. I'm gonna expand that to whenever it's move-in day for UCF. Since I live right next to Waterford Lakes, the town center, um, that you can't go there. Like I luckily I can walk, but if you tried to drive like this week or last week, it was a shit show, man. And the same thing with I-4, certain times of the day, with especially with people getting out of work or getting out of the theme parks. yeah, tourism, traffic, those are things that are pretty bad, but that's to be expected with a booming town like Orlando for sure.
Tourism, or not tourism, traffic's like a big thing too. Like, I don't know. So I was in California last week, and with that, the traffic is like completely different, Ian. Like they got their roads right. Like they got what I-4 should be in the future. Like they have a great, like they have a really nice highway system. But in terms of traffic there, oh my God, dude, it's terrible. You will always get caught in traffic no matter where you go. Even with how like good
Yeah,
the whole system is. Like
yeah.
Florida, like we're swiping left on traffic in Orlando because like I-4 is ridiculous.
If
But in
you go,
California, something
yeah.
else. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no, seriously. I'm glad you brought up California. And even if you go to Atlanta, you go one state up, they have more lanes than
Yeah.
fucking three or four. Like I-4 is just always so cramped. Like go through Atlanta, you have like an 8 lane, 9 lane highway, man. Like, yeah, that's something I know the I-4 project will never be finished, probably, but that's yeah, definitely something that swiping left on for sure. And then this is just a funny story, but the I-4 eyesore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy swipe left on. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, like that's a cop out kind of swipe left on. Is that even Orlando? It's Orlando
Yeah.
area.
Oh no, it is.
Everything that's not Tampa, Miami, or Orlando is whatever that is. You're like whatever's nearest. Like Winter Springs, you're in Orlando still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Swiping left on. Oh, we wanted to talk about this. We're gonna swipe left on USF,
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
right off the bat. And
Because
like,
they're not even in Orlando. So if you were in Orlando, maybe, but
yeah, yeah, we're swiping left on USF just for the sole purpose of them not being in Orlando. What the fuck are you doing, USF?
yeah.
And then, there are fucking rivals. Like, who wants to? Grant, I'm gonna present you with a scenario. Take all of your, don't think about it.
Okay.
Would you rather have a mascot of a bold, manly knight,
Of which
or
I
just
have a
some?
body pillow of.
Yeah, exactly. Or would you rather have a bull?
Bulls sound kind of lame, Ian. You know what
Ex-
bulls remind me of? Bullshit.
that was great. Exactly, man. So for all our USF listeners, I hope you weren't listening.
Horns down. Horns down.
Yeah. Or what did the kids say? Sound off in the comments. Some shit like that. Yeah.
Are you starting to finally become a YouTube kid, Ian? Or
Yeah. No. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, what else do you want to say about Orlando? Final thoughts?
no thoughts? Orlando, a lot of fun stuff to do. But after a while, you start to kind of feel like you've done everything. So it's hard to keep that feeling going, that dopamine boost. I'll say that.
Man, you are correct because yeah, like I said, I mean you and I have both been here for 4 years. You've been in different places. I've been in the same place for the 4 years. And yeah, I've kind of gotten to that point where I'm like, what do I do today? I've done everything. So I'm very excited to move to Gainesville. I know it's a smaller town, but it's going to be a new environment for sure. I think I talked about this on the last episode, but I did accept a job at a ABC news station there, so I will be the assistant producer. So if you're in the Gainesville area, you could see some of the videos I edit.
That also means we're gonna get better podcast production, folks, because we got a guy full time at the job on.
Well, I'm gonna have the equipment in studio. I don't think they don't give me anything to work outside of it. But no, I mean, if you want better podcast quality, check out some of the clips that Grant's been making on the Instagram. I really that Grant that one. I was like, why am I getting blown up on my phone? We got like 30.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got like 30 something likes. That was like our highest.
I think part of it is because
The
with
hashtags.
the hashtags, I use hashtag funny instead of hashtag comedy because I feel like that might be something that more people might be just following in general. And we also posted it as a reel instead of a
Yes.
video.
Yeah.
And like as for those who didn't listen to episode 7, Instagram, they're doing a whole thing where they're pushing reels as like their biggest form of content. They're trying to get more into video instead of photos or like simple videos that we would be posting before. So they well, what I'm saying is watch episode 7 and then you'll see why we're getting some better engagement on social right now.
Hell yeah, man. But I think that's it. I mean, we wanted to make this episode pretty short. We'll be back for episode 8. We wanted to make some content for you while I'm moving. Grant's going to be hanging up some more wall art. What so actually before we go, are you gonna put anything here or no?
Yes. So the
Oh,
giant like circular mirror that I got, I'm gonna put there,
oh,
and
nice.
then
Okay.
like two little paintings on the side, kind of like back at my old place,
Hell
basically.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, Grant's room is really nice right now. You can't see everything. But he has a mirror right here. Nitro body pillow. You got a Charizard plushie over there. I like it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I am Grant Smith,
I'm Ian Castro.
and this has been a first point 0.5 episode of the pod. Look at that. We're making history.
We're making history, folks. Well, we love Orlando. We love you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.